name is Philip Sample. I am the Executive Director of RAHAM Detroit. Every 10 years, the U.S. Census tackles the challenge of counting all the people living in the United States, no matter who or where they are. People who move around, those who have unstable housing, and those who have been impacted by the criminal legal system are often hard to count. This includes a large percentage of people who have been convicted of crimes. In 2020, the formerly incarcerated Convicted People and Families Movement, FICPFM, is reaching out through their national network to ensure our people are counted towards allocating political power in America. FICPFM's outreach organizations seek to reach over 200,000 people in California, Texas, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, New York, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, and Louisiana. The added population will both restore a base of residents from districts that are highly policed and targeted while eroding political power where people are currently counted as residents while in prison. FICPFM awarded 10 organizations $25,000 grants to do critical census outreach to directly impacted people and their families. People with conviction histories and their families are often struggling in a cycle of poverty that is reinforced by arrest, detention, and conviction. The costs levied by the criminal legal system overwhelmingly are laid at the feet of people who may be receiving public assistance in housing and food. People with convictions face incredible employment challenges and often must scrape by while struggling to rise up from a minimum wage job. FICPFM is encouraging all households to count their family members who may be less permanent due to these challenges. There will be no citizenship questions on the 2020 census, and census data is confidential. The Census Bureau may not share personally identifiable information with any other government agency, federal, state, or local, including housing authorities, court of law, or administrative proceedings, private entities such as a landlord or business for any purpose or reason, including for law enforcement. Federal law has a specific provision, 13 U.S.C. Section 8C, preventing any use of census information to the detriment of anyone, except for prosecutions of census violations themselves. This is an important point for anyone with concerns over revealing who lives in their home. The U.S. Census Bureau chose not to adjust their numbers due to prison gerrymandering. The practice of counting roughly 2 million people in jails and prisons across the country is no different than if they were in a retirement home. The problem with this practice is that these people, confined against their will, are used to bulk up political districts without their political representatives actually being responsive to their needs. In reality, the elected officials are traditionally beholden to mass incarceration as an industry, as the prison is likely the district's largest employer. 2011 redistricting in California, Delaware, Nevada, New Jersey, and Washington state laws will change the 2021 redistricting landscape. Participating coalition partners include RAHAM Detroit, Michigan, Riverside, All of Us or None, Riverside, California, Santa Cruz, Barrios Unidos, Santa Cruz, California, Ex-Incarcerated People Organizing, Expo, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Transcending Barriers, Atlanta, Georgia, Witness to Mass Incarceration, New York, New York, Reaching and Educating for Community Hope, Jackson, Mississippi, All of Us or None, South Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Community Economic Advancement Initiatives, Cincinnati, Ohio, Restore Her, Atlanta, Georgia, Voice of the Experienced, New Orleans, Louisiana, Forward Justice, Durham, North Carolina, Communities United for Restorative Youth Justice, Courage, Oakland, California, Legal Services for Prisoners with Children, LSPC, Oakland, California, and Just Leadership USA, New York, New York. So by all means, make sure that your people are counted, formerly as well as currently incarcerated people.
But no one stopped to think about the babies or how they would survive. And we've almost lost Detroit.